This is the show called Box Seats, where we talk about sports with comedians. And breaking news. Okay, we'll jump into that in a second. My man Talent in the building. T, what's going on, man? How you doing, sir?
Everything's everything, Frank. It's a good day over here in the neighborhood, baby. We looking pretty good over here.
Yeah, I bet you are. Open the weekend for a lot of things. My man Fig's also in the building. Fig, what's happening, bro? How's everything?
Hey, man, I'm still doing what I do, putting the sexy on the box seats.
Okay. Mike Sean's also in the building.
It's Friday. We made it to another Friday, y'all. God bless. We here.
Yeah, and Rodney Perry's also in the building, too. Rodney, how you doing, sir?
I'm just out of Fig is putting the what in the box seat?
What you can't do. How about that?
You guys were the right, Fig. I apologize.
But Rodney, fire hat. Fire on the hat. Fire
yes,
on
sir.
The hat.
Yes,
fire
sir.
On the hat. Fire on the hat.
All right, y'all, let's get ready to get this started. I think the biggest topic right now, hottest topic besides the trades and stuff, got to be Serena Williams, man. Talent, the crazy thing about Serena Williams is she's won 367 matches. She won in her teens, her 20s, her 30s, and her 40s. She has won over 73 career singles titles, the fifth among women in the Open era. She is undisputedly some people have been disputing it lately, but I think you could say that she is unequivocally the best athlete this world has ever seen, male or female. Can you dispute that? Can you agree, disagree? What's your take on that?
Yeah, I'm not going to go that far. Best athlete that we've ever seen?
Name anybody else who's gotten as many titles as her and anything else. She's got 43 titles.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Wow.
Here's the thing.
Billy Bob Thornton.
We keep changing our criteria for the greatness. I don't know why we keep doing that. Last week we have an argument. We'll bring up LeBron and Jordan, all those people, and then we'll say, ain't it just about championships, right? And then we'll turn around and say this person got the most championships, the best. We're not having a LeBron, Bill Russell argument. So we got to watch our criteria because we seem to. It's like a flexy thing. Like I don't know if it's because she's a woman that we feel that way or whatever. Is she in the top 10? You got to put her in the top 10 of greatest athletes of all time. But when I shoot right to the top, and she's the greatest we ever seen, I can't say yes or no that quick and that easy.
Okay, Rodney Perry, I'm gonna jump to you first before I jump to Fig. Can you dispute what he's saying? Because Serena's won more championships in her sport, and it ain't even close.
I'm on record on this, man. These guys are losing their minds. Serena is easily the best athlete ever in anything. She's been whooping people's ass for 40 years.
Yeah,
you just said it. I mean, this is unprecedented. She beat every race known to man. Like she's beat Argentinians and whites and Mexicans. She's single-handedly the best. Might be one of the best black people in the world.
Yeah.
Period. The girl is bar none. There is. I mean, okay. We say, oh well, we want to talk championship. It's not just championship. It's winning. She's won more than everybody.
Yeah.
I don't say y'all can't just yield to the lady and give her her flowers.
Greg, the topic right now is Serena Williams, the best athlete in the world all time we've ever seen. Hands down, yes, no. You agree? Disagree?
I would phrase it different. I'd be like if you had a GOAT conversation going across all sports, she might be it. She is the winningest female athlete or athlete that we have seen in any sport. She very well might be. And this is a milestone on the box seats. I actually agree with Uncle Rodney.
Well, it is Friday.
It is Friday. All right, so Mike Sean, let me throw you in here, Mike. Do you unequivocally think she's the best athlete of all time? Yes or no? Because people are debating this, and honestly, she's got like I said, 43 titles, major matches. don't see how you can debate it. She has nobody.
I'm dribbling right now. I'm tapping the drum. Y'all are out your mind. Y'all get caught up in a situation that is so funny. She's not a better athlete than Usain Bolt. Bottom line, she's not a better athlete than Usain Bolt. She's not a better tennis player than Rafael Nadal. She's literally not a better athlete than Jim Brown.
Right.
Like, can we all slow down? She is the greatest female tennis player in the history of the world. And I can debate that she didn't win as many championships as another female tennis player. Like, let's just give her the credit she deserves. She is absolutely.
Who you talking about, Chris Evert Lloyd?
No, I can't even remember Mary, whatever her name is, that she didn't break the record. The same way Tiger Woods didn't break the record for Jack Nicklaus. Dog, she's the greatest female athlete ever. She's not a better athlete than LeBron. She's not a better athlete than Michael Jordan. Can we please all slow down and just give her the credit? But everybody wants to do this cross-gender shit that goes on all the time. And now it's all of a sudden she's the greatest athlete ever. She's not a better athlete than Carl Lewis.
Okay. Dave, the business bully, has joined the conversation. Dave, what's your take on this?
First of all, hello, Frank. How are you? I'm okay. I'm very perturbed by this conversation. First and foremost,
you're always perturbed.
I'm always perturbed. You are literally Puerto Rico's answer to Gilbert Gottfried, and I'm always perturbed.
And you're the same answer. You're Anderson. Like, stop it.
Meanwhile, Serena Williams is arguably the greatest athlete of our lifetime. Point blank in period. Right. The thing of it is, on top of that. What I love about Serena, can you mute his damn microphone?
I'm gonna mute him.
Jesus.
Go ahead. I mute him. Go ahead.
Shoot, I'd buy him a drink, but we know that's not good. What I'm saying is, Serena Williams has only been aspirational and inspirational for the better part of 4 decades. On top of that, she has won. On top of that, unlike LeBron, unlike Usain Bolt, when these racist white reporters have tried it with her over her outfits, her athleticism, whether she's over the hill, this, that, and the third, she has checked them. Not since Ali has any athlete at the top of their game checked white reporters the way that she has. And on top of that, let's talk about Usain Bolt for a minute. Usain Bolt realizes Serena Williams is so thorough that after she named her child Olympia, he named his child Olympia. Serena Williams for the win. Not to mention, Frank, can we just have a moment to talk about? We can't. Oh, Mrs. Holder's watching. Never mind. But the rest of us.
Like I said, I wanted to bring up Serena because people were talking about it, but 73 career titles, 367 major matches won. Ain't nobody seen her. You know, I just don't see it. I don't see it.
Frank, like you said, over 4 decades.
Over 4 decades, 40 years.
40 years.
Well, and Frank, if you allow me, man, you know what happens, and we're all men, and the conventional wisdom is no woman matches a man athletically.
Yeah,
but
that's what it is.
And that's kind of what we're seeing here. And to be honest, man, I don't, you know, I'm not one to yield to womanhood. You know, I don't give a damn about these basketball players. I don't give a damn about these soccer players that run around who are top-notch athletes, mind you. I don't even get into that. But this girl winning at the pace she's been winning for the amount of time, she just won Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't win a championship Wednesday. She didn't win a championship.
Wait. A LeBron James fan said championships matter? Is that what we're hearing?
Okay, well, how about this? How about this?
Winning matters.
How about this? Is she better than Floyd Mayweather?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Better.
Yes,
No.
in her sport, she is.
Statistically,
She's better.
no, but in her sport, yes.
Yes, in her sport versus his sport, yes, she is.
But she
She ain't about to go
lost.
box Floyd Mayweather, but she's better.
But she lost. She loses. Floyd never lost. You can't say somebody is the greatest of all
Floyd-
time.
Okay, but wait. Are you saying that
Muhammad
Ali
Ali
is
is the greatest of all
is
time.
Ali better than Floyd?
Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time.
Is Ali better than Floyd, Michael Sean?
No.
Ha!
I'm gonna go.
let's-
I can't do the show today. I'm out.
Get him off. Get him off here, Frank.
Let's continue on. Let's continue on. My man Rodney Perry, he gonna come back. We're gonna get him to come back. Challenge. Here we go. I don't know if you heard about this story either, but this is something I'm keeping an eye on that I didn't see anywhere else. I saw it on Associated Press. I didn't see anywhere else. The FBI is questioning Brett Favre in connection with $70 million Mississippi welfare scandal. Turns out Brett Favre is the center of the scandal. It's the nation's poorest state, and the state used welfare money to pay Brett Favre for speeches he never made. I'll say that again. That state, which is the poorest state, paid Brett Favre for speeches he never made, and he isn't even up for indictment. Talk to me about this, T.
First of all, it's Brett Favre. He's guilty. He did it. Right? That's cut close. But look, one step back. I'm appalled at Rodney's assumption and insinuation and made it a gender debate. It wasn't a gender debate. It was athletes of all time. And he went and assumed the fact that we didn't put her at the pinnacle, that it was because she's a woman. I'm appalled at that, Rodney. We're bigger than that. This is a show of grown-ass men who know better than that in 2022. We're not doing that. We're doing for all those arguments that we have, legitimate arguments and questions, at hand. Now, Brett Favre, he did it.
Thank you.
There's no doubt about it.
Thank
He did it. He did it. He's guilty, and that's that. Brett
Michael
Favre.
Sean, I've thought to you, Mike, should the U.S. Attorney General step in now? Because obviously the district attorney, nobody stepped in and even pressed charges on Brett Favre, or they're going to continue on overlooking it because he's one of the biggest icons in the NFL history.
Yeah, because his name is not Deshaun Watson.
Right.
If his name was Deshaun Watson and he was in the same state doing the same thing, they'd press him. But it's Brett Favre in a poor state, and they're not going to press him on it, and nothing's going to happen.
Right.
They're not going to do. They're going to do nothing to Brett Favre. Not at all. And by the way, Serena Williams is not the greatest athlete of all time.
We ain't gonna go back to that. We ain't gonna go back to that. Dave,
I'm going to. You every time you bring my square up, I'm going to it.
and I'm gonna block you every time. Dave,
How you gonna block me? What is Instagram?
Why is it every time I'm up, y'all just don't want to let me talk? It's amazing
Dave,
how this works.
It's your turn.
And, I'm gonna bring it back to you, Dave. Mississippi's been in the news for a while anyway. Mississippi's the poorest state. Should Mississippi's now finally get a good light shine on them by arresting and having the U.S. Attorney General do something about this right now and getting Brett Favre arrested because he's collecting money, and it's welfare money. It's not regular money. It's money that's going to the welfare family, and it's $70 million we're talking about. $70 million.
Okay.
Poorest
So-
state. What you think?
Uncle Rodney, if you could just take your hands and go like this for me one good time. Just thank you. I'm gonna need everybody to calm down. First of all, no one it's like y'all look at the headlines and y'all don't even read the news. Number one, Brett Favre was given funds, right? When he found out that was going on, he gave them back. It wasn't about speeches he didn't intend to give. Scheduling things happen. That's point number one. Point number two, Mississippi, the state of Mississippi, has been misallocating funds for as long as I've been an adult. Okay, look at what happened in Katrina. Look at what's happening in Jackson right now. Let's not do this and put it on Brett Favre. Okay, the other part of this is they also gave funds to a professional wrestler. They gave funds to a horse jockey. They gave funds to yet another unnamed athlete. Brett Favre was questioned. He paid back all of the money, and then he did not pay back the interest because he was like, I ain't know about that. I did what I was supposed to do. Then, by the way, this has been going on for 2.5 years, but because somebody wants to start to point the finger someplace else in order to save his cushy government job, where he's also been embezzling funds, he starts throwing a light at Brett Favre. Reading is fundamental, people. I'm not LeVar Burton here. The same internet you got, I got.
All right,
Stop.
now to dispute that, Fig, I'm gonna just say one thing, throw it out there. Brett Favre gave back the money after he got busted with the money. Let me just throw that disclaimer out there. Let me just say that because he wouldn't have gave back that $70 million if his name wasn't out there. But anyway, the topic right now for
Get
you,
70.
the topic for you right now, Fig, is even though he did give back the money later, should he be arrested for taking money from a state, $70 million worth? What do you think?
No, hold on. If somebody hires me to do a series of shows and they took the money from someplace and they gave it to me, how am I responsible for the money that they took and gave to me? You gave to me. I ain't steal it. I ain't go to a bank and hold nobody up. I didn't take it from the place where it was supposed to be. I don't know where you get your funds from. When I go to a promoter and a promoter puts on the show and he pays me, I don't know where he got the money from. And if I couldn't do the shows and you didn't ask me for the money back, am I responsible for giving it to you? Like if I can't show up, I say, hey man, look, I can't show up for this show. I could put somebody else on it, or I could, cash app, email you, whatever. I can give you your money back. And they say, no, man, go ahead and keep it. Am I responsible for keeping it? That's all you gave it to me. I didn't steal it. That's a difference. So my point is that unless Brett Favre actually went there and he had access to those funds and took them himself, then you can't put that on him. He's like the third part. He's on the receiving end. He didn't actually make it.
Rodney Perry, you heard Fig. He's on his defense team. You found like you want to be on his defense team too, or you want to be on the prosecution? What you?
I mean, it's like the bully is saying. This story is relatively old in terms of, them kind of singling Brett Favre out. I think there are a number of speakers that receive funds, but the question that Fig posed is a good question. Are you responsible? Absolutely. And you're definitely responsible for the monies, especially if you didn't complete the contract. And the good thing about it is that he didn't spend it. So he was able to give it back. And even us as comedians, I had a gig canceled and I really wasn't required to give any other deposit back, but in good faith, we split the idea of giving the deposit back, and I gave him 50% of the deposit, and we went on to maybe work another day. Mm-hmm. And so, in good faith, it will probably behoove him to get that money back.
All right. In other news, I'm sure this news right now is rocking New York world right now. My man Donovan Mitchell ultimately got traded. T, we were talking about this trade happening for at least 5 weeks, except it didn't go to the Knicks like we thought it was. Donovan Mitchell, who you might not know, his dad works for the Knicks too. It was like a done deal. We all expected. Donovan Mitchell's going to the Knicks. Donovan Mitchell went to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers received 3 first-round picks, the right for 2 pick swaps in 26-28. Larry Markkanen, Colin Sexton, and Oker Abizad from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Overall, the Utah Jazz look like Danny Ainge is going to be the executive of the year overall from all what he's done.
Really?
He's robbed everybody, and he got rid of 2 players.
Yeah.
What's your take on this trade right now? Are you upset? How are you feeling about Donovan Mitchell not coming to the Knicks?
First of all, there's been the talk all day and night yesterday here in New York. It's mixed reviews in New York. I personally am not upset because I think they wanted too much. Correction about his father. Father works for the Mets organization.
That's right.
Donovan Sr. But I as much as I wanted Donovan to come and play here at home, it was too costly. And remember I said on the show, they would have to add another team in the mix for Utah to get everything they was wishing for. 3-4 players, 3-4 draft picks. We couldn't do that again. That would have been a Carmelo 2 all over again. And we just caught up to being normal as a team and getting things under a normal, rapport. So I wasn't upset with it. I totally understood it. As much as I would like him to play here, not at that price. A lot of people would have paid the price, like do whatever you can. But I'm like, now you're going back to that Carmelo thing. You're emptying out your roster for this one superb guy. And then you got to put people around him again anyway. So you kind of like you're swapping your team out in stagnation. You didn't make any headway. So I wasn't upset with it.
I'm gonna go to the best New York Knicks fan in a second, but I want to jump into the business of this, man. The business bully, man.
Mhm.
Danny Ainge got 7 unprotected first-round picks. He got 3 first-round pick swaps. He got some great players. He's got picks coming all the way up to 2028. Like Utah, literally they sitting pretty. So from a business perspective, Jazz did well, or they did okay. What's your take?
I think it's phenomenal. I'm impressed. I didn't think Danny Ainge had it in him, to be quite honest. So on top of that, like I'm gonna tell you, Frank, to be honest with you, man, the Utah Jazz. I mean, they might as well just be like, like a team on double dribble, right? At this point, they have literally set themselves up. What have I been saying for the past 6 weeks? You set yourself up long term so that you can build out and get all of the pieces in place. 7 first rounds, 7 swaps, like 3 swaps, man. That's 10 good chances to get it right and have a nice deep bench, right? And also have some negotiating power as the years move on, because things always change. Somebody else comes in, somebody gets hurt. You're able to make moves beyond the moves that you're making right now. It's not about today. It's about what's happening up until 2028. Like, I got to salute that, bro.
Yeah,
I am upset for the Knicks because I just knew old boy was going to the Knicks.
Now I can't hold off on the best Knicks fan, and I shouldn't say the best, the biggest Knicks fan. I can't hold off on this. Fig, before I throw it to you, let's just say I want to say one thing. Danny Ainge drafted Robert Williams, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart for the Celtics in the 7-8 years he was there with everything else. Do you think he can do it again? Same thing again for the Utah Jazz? And what you think about the trade?
I think Danny Ainge can do it again. I think he clearly has an eye for talent, but again, not the talent on our show, but talented basketball players. Because if he had an eye for talent, and it's another conversation. Anyway, I think he can do it again. But here's the thing that I've always said: draft picks are basically potential. You get a guy after his first year in college. And then it takes him about 3 years before he develops into something. The same thing happened in Boston. I mean, they had Jason Tatum, they had Jaylen Brown, Williams. They had all the players that they had there. And then it took them about 3 to 4 years before they develop into who they are now. And that's what happens with every draft pick, with the exception of maybe 5% of players that come into the NBA and they're ready-made. Like a LeBron James. Like you don't get many of those. So Utah is going to be looking at the next 5 years before they're relevant again with just draft picks, unless they get somebody else. Or it could go the complete opposite and do like the Philadelphia 76ers, where it talks about trusted process. They keep picking players that don't really pan out to be very much. Now, am I upset that Donovan Mitchell didn't come to the Knicks? On the one hand, yes, like Talent said, I am. But on the other hand, the fact that they would have had to give up so much to get him, I'm not upset at all. I would have been more upset had the Knicks capitulated to what Danny Ainge and Utah wanted to give for Donovan Mitchell, because, again, we would have had nobody to play with him. So we would have had one star and a bunch of role players, just like we did, like Talent said before, when Carmelo Anthony came. We gave all our players away to another team. And that other team for the next 5 years was better than the Knicks, because we had one and they had 4 and 5. It doesn't work.
Mike Sean, and to that take, the Knicks need a star player. Do they have a star player to be able to attract people to come to see the Knicks?
No, because LeBron done set this whole thing up. Devon Mitchell is going to be at Cleveland, and LeBron's not going to opt into his second year. And LeBron's going to go to Cleveland and have his Dwayne Wade there. I'm promising you right now, LeBron has one more year with the Lakers. He's not going to opt into his second year, and he's going to go to Cleveland. This whole setup was for LeBron to go to Cleveland to wrap his career up. That's what this whole thing is about.
Yeah,
That's why the Knicks couldn't get him, and that's why they have a strong young team in Cleveland. I promise you, this is LeBron's last year with the Lakers. Russell Westbrook will go off into the dust, and he will go to Cleveland, and he will literally lead this young team into a championship series. Mark my words.
All right, let's go to the next round. I'm going to start with you, T. I don't know if you heard this news, T, but this morning while we were on the air, Danilo Gallinari just got diagnosed with a torn ACL, left ACL. He's going to miss the entire season, according to the Boston Celtics. The Celtics were looking for him to come up as the wing player, and you know what? The Celtics got another player who got injured. So, the Celtics.
That's what y'all get. That's what y'all get.
I'm about to say about the whole show.
So it's true there's a rumor going around that the leprechaun is dead.
No,
he died. Yeah,
I think, and I'm like, ain't no way. Look at what the trade. Look what they pulled off in the offseason. That leprechaun's still there working, but now that leprechaun is dead.
Yeah,
this is bad for you guys. But like I said the other day, the rumor is they're gonna fill one hole with Carmelo coming on, off the bench, and you got a couple other potential backup plans that's gonna happen. One thing about Boston, Boston is the best villain I ever seen in my life. The city of Boston is bizarro.
Okay,
They're always gonna find a way. Whatever Superman does, Bizarro finds a way to do that. You know what I mean? So whatever, all these trials and tribulations are just that, because Boston is devious enough, and I don't think anybody cares about basketball. If I had to pick a team, and they said who cares the most about basketball in this whole country, I think Boston would be my pick.
Okay.
Y'all care so much about basketball. Y'all had Bill Russell in the height of the civil rights time. You hated Negroes, but you got the big.
Got the biggest one. Got the biggest one. I'm gonna ask you, Rodney Perry. It's simple. It's simple. Like the Celtics are facing now a serious issue with another person who got injured. Everything else, is it going to affect the team, or do you think they're going to be fine with and get Carmelo Anthony? Because we can't overlook the fact that Carmelo's in the wings, he's unsigned, and he's heavily rumored to land in the Celtics now.
I don't know if Carmelo has a good look in the Celtic uniform. You got two guys that are
nothing looks good in the Celtics,
especially Carmelo.
No, but I mean, you got two young guys that are finding themselves. They're learning how to be leaders. The last thing they need is an old wily veteran coming in there telling them what to do. And what they do need is somebody to teach their ass how to go left. If these boys could go left, they would have won. But right. I said he neither here nor there. No, I say I hate the idea of Carmelo coming to the Boston Celtics. I think it's a bad idea. It's going to just slow them down and make them older immediately. No. And, yeah, I don't like it, man.
I don't like it either. Fig, do you like the fact that since Danilo Gallinari got injured, that the Celtics are thinking about getting Carmelo Anthony? You like it?
Well, it's kind of funny. Danilo Gallinari is about 125 years old. He was ironically, he was one of the players traded from the Knicks to get Carmelo Anthony. Now he goes to the Celtics, he gets hurt, and his replacement is Carmelo Anthony. You can't make this stuff
facts
up.
On facts. Facts on
How did that happen? Like, I don't understand. This don't make sense to me.
Yo, that's messed up.
I don't get it. But you know what? On a good note, Frank, because I love you. You my brother, and I love you, Frank. Carmelo Anthony probably won't be any worse than Al Horford. He's got a lot of game left. And if you don't need Carmelo to do much on the Boston Celtics, if they have a young core. So basically, all you really need Carmelo to do is spot up and knock down maybe some open shots. And there's nobody in the NBA in his age group that can do that as well as he can. So you're not going to do bad with a player. Now, is he mobile and all that stuff like that? No. He does play a little defense in his later years, and he will knock down some open shots. So you're not actually
He's kind of mobile
100%.
and plays a little defense.
There's a little hope for the Celtics having Carmelo Anthony as a veteran, and he's not bad in the locker room either.
All right, Dave, what's your thoughts on Carmelo Anthony possibly replacing Danilo Gallinari on the Celtics since that major injury just happened?
Well, first of all, Frank, can we just talk logically from a business perspective? Carmelo Anthony is better served going to Los Angeles. Number one, for all the reasons Fig listed, as far as him being able to just, if there's an open shot, he can take it. And, in his age range, he's probably the best. I mean, when we start talking about age, it only makes sense. Not to mention, let's face it, Carmelo Anthony looks like an immature leprechaun that, got some human growth hormone if you put him in a Celtics uniform. Why wouldn't you just do the automatic business crossover? Send him to the purple and gold and then get him a sponsor for Sunsweet, because obviously Carmelo's been constipated. So if you get him some pitted prunes and some prune juice, and that, it all works. Purple and gold, Sunsweet, pitted prunes, the Lakers, that's where he should go. Carmelo Anthony to the Lakers. You heard it here first. Mark my words.
He is on the Lakers.
No, what? No, he was on the Lakers. He's a free agent.
He's a free agent.
He played last year for the Lakers. Okay.
Yeah, he's a free agent right now. Mike, what's your take?
On what?
On on the subject we're talking about. Should my man Carmelo
Somebody
Anthony
said Carmelo is as efficient as Al Horford. Carmelo hasn't provided anything in the playoffs like Al Horford has in 5 years. Stop.
Playoffs.
Did you see Al Horford help them win playoff games and playoff series? Carmelo's not even there anymore. Carmelo's the guy who comes off the bench and can hit 3 or 4 3-pointers, and that's it. He can't defend anybody.
That's what I'm saying, an open shot.
But I'm saying Al Horford is actually getting rebounds and actually defending big forwards and actually doing things that are making a difference. Carmelo doesn't do that. And I love Carmelo, but that's not what he does anymore.
All right, T, I'm going to throw this out there to you. You know how I do either ors. I'm going to start you with your either or. I'm going to start out with the either or so we can get to the NFL.
Al Horford or Carmelo Anthony?
Carmelo all day. Carmelo. Al Horford is not putting up Carmelo numbers. He's still giving me 17 points a game at this age.
Are you talking? Did you not watch the last playoff series?
I can't judge by one series. I got to judge by a whole season, bro.
Yeah, you all ready? You ready?
Yeah. I'm ready.
That's Mike. I'm snitching in the class. Mike.
That is amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing.
Scottie Pippen or Kawhi Leonard, Cat T. Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Damn. You know what?
Because
you know what makes this so.
Don't you want to go now back to Carmelo and Al Horford? Now don't you want to go back?
That seems so sexy just a minute ago.
Now you want to go back to that, right?
No, because I welcome the challenge. But let me tell you what makes this challenging. These two guys are mirrored in the fact that when they were doing their best, they were underrated. And when they were mediocre, they were overrated. And I'm talking about a mirror of a career. In that essence, damn. Because I've been a Spurs fan for a whole long time. Kawhi's up there, but out of respect, I got to step out of my personal swagger and go on my overall realist, factual swagger. I got to take Pippen.
Okay, you're going to take Pippen. Rodney Perry.
I'm so disappointed in
Mitch Richmond, Rodney Perry.
I'm so disappointed.
Or Clyde Drexler.
Clyde Drexler, easy call. I mean, I like Mitch Richmond. Great guy. I would easily go out to the club with Mitch. But Clyde Drexler, a much more of a stellar career. Clyde Drexler all day.
Okay. Michael Sean,
So disappointed.
Ray Allen, or Reggie Miller?
Ray Allen all day, every day.
Right.
Wow.
Ray Allen actually battled Kobe Bryant in his early careers. Ray Allen literally was dunking on people, and then when he adjusted his game, you know what? Forget all that. Talent, I am so disappointed. Like, my disappointment in you right now is amazing. So my pick is Ray Allen, and my non-pick is talent.
Hold on. Can you recommend that microphone? What brand is that? It picks up all the mumbles and everything.
It picks up everything. This is amazing. It's
It
amazing.
really
I
does.
can't believe it. But yes, I would take Ray Allen all day, every day, because I don't even think Reggie Miller should be in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Oh,
If you,
Cut his mic off.
Ray Allen has never,
It's my
like, when you're a superstar, you can guard the best guy on your team and you can destroy the best guy on your team. But the fact that Talent said what he said, like, I almost just text my mom. I'm about to text her. I'm like, I'm so disappointed. And this is the man that I look up to.
Oh man, I'm so sorry to disappoint you, Mike. This is my last
Jeez,
attempt.
I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said that.
Fig. Anthony Davis or Tim Duncan?
Oh, Tim. I mean, that's not even questionable.
Oh
Tim
man,
Duncan all day, every day, twice on Sunday.
I'm telling you, what's questionable is
365.
talent.
It's
What's
like,
questionable is talent.
that Tim Duncan is just like, God, man. Listen, the fact Tim Duncan came in winning, and when he went out, he was still winning. You got to do Tim Duncan, and then he was just.
I hate you.
He just like on the court, off like Tim Duncan was just that dude, man. Anthony Davis has more potential than anything else. Tim Duncan actually produced.
Okay, all right. My man Dave, the business bully.
All right.
The Joker or Dirk Nowitzki?
this is
Damn. Dirk. I'm going Dirk. Sorry. I'm going Dirk
Yeah.
Nowitzki.
You gotta
whatever
go.
you do. Don't say
got
Pippen, Dave. Whatever you
Don't
do,
say
No,
Pippen. Don't say.
If I say Pippen, it's going to be Larsa. She putting up more points than anybody.
Here we go.
Why is it when I sell the? You know what?
It's all right, Dave. Don't worry about Dave. It's all right. We're going to do rapid fire. My man Talent is up first, and then we're gonna keep it going. The Denver Broncos
He
signed
doesn't
Russell Wilson.
deserve to be first. He does not deserve to be first right now.
Denver Broncos signed Russell Wilson.
And you didn't
Pushing
do
Harris.
nothing.
$45 million extension. Are you happy with the extension he got? You think does it make sense for Russell Wilson to get that?
Yeah.
Okay, so say again, Frank. I'm sorry. Do I think he deserved to get the extension?
Yes.
I think that he's a lucky. Pardon my French. He's the luckiest son of a bitch in the NFL right now. That is a great thing that happened to him. Now, whether I feel he deserves a whole other thing, but what happened? Let's just see how great this is. This is you leave, you go to a team, get to start over, a team that already built itself up and just needs to plop you in there and win, right? And then in the midst of that, before the season even start, they said we're going to extend you 175, I believe, is guaranteed.
Yeah.
If that's not the luckiest man, who's his agent, bro?
Yeah.
That agent is about their business before the season starts. Not halfway through and he's getting busy and he has a case to make. He's making this case in preseason and got it. And got 175 of it. I think it's 245. 175 is guaranteed. Now, do I think he deserves? Hell no, nobody deserves all that money.
Yeah.
But
But Dave, let's look at it from the business side of things. Honestly, Denver made this move to help them. We like your hat. Your hat.
Scottie Pippen has the same hat on at the.
You know what that said?
Yeah, they made this move. Everything else, it's going to send
And
repercussions.
look,
across the
and
NFL.
just like that, Scottie Pippen's hat got traded for another one.
Oh, shit. That was a good one.
Ooh, that was good.
That's good.
So, what's your thoughts on this, Dave? You think
First
you
of
like
all,
it?
this hat has been passed around more than Larson Pippen while we're on the subject. Anyway, what was the question, Frank?
The question is, are you liking the way that the deal came with the Denver Broncos, because that extension is going to affect all the rest of the QBs in the league?
I'm not opposed to it.
Okay, it's very simple, very simple. Rodney Perry, I like that answer. Rodney Perry, my man, Russell Wilson did get the extension. It is going to affect a lot of people in the league. Denver did do it. Seattle's got some repercussions from that. What's your thoughts on this right now?
Give me that one more time, Frank.
Ah!
Russell Wilson got an extension. Russell Wilson made the extension happen. Is Russell Wilson qualified for that, getting that extension? To make a long story short,
I get Wilson and Westbrook mixed up sometimes. Look, Russell Wilson is the top-notch QB, man, and whether y'all like it or not, it is what it is. And is he worthy of an extension? Absolutely. He's still top 5 in the league, I believe, and maybe top 7, maybe top 7. But I think this season will prove to be a great season. If he manages to take the Broncos to the Super Bowl, he's worth every quarter.
Okay, all right, Fig. Do you think he's worth that extension, or does he get one and done?
That's what's called the Ciara clause. He got that extension because of Ciara. He's going to be doing commercials for extends and extension cords, because the extension cord is very valuable and extremely underrated. Everybody needs an extension cord at one time or another in their home. And I can see Russell Wilson doing a lot of endorsements for extension cords. On the other hand, what they did is lock up a very talented quarterback for a lot of years, when the quarterback numbers are just going to be going through the roof, because we're already at 230 some odd million, and Lamar Jackson still hasn't signed his contract. And the thing with the quarterback is, every time one signs for one amount, the next amount is higher and higher and higher and higher. So a smart move is to lock up a really good quarterback, like Rodney said, top 7, top 5, for a number of years, without having to hit that 200 and some odd million dollar contract fully guaranteed.
Mike and Sean, what's your thoughts on that extension?
I agree with the extension. I'm just telling you that there's going to be one quarterback that's not going to get it, and I have a funny feeling it won't be Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about Lamar Jackson. Actually, we're going to talk about.
And all I'm saying is that at a certain point, everything just doesn't keep going up. There's going to be a actual team that says, nah, we're good. We're not going to pay that money, because listen, we're at 233 million. They're saying the next one's going to be 300 million, which means the next one's going to be 350 million. And there's going to be an owner that's going to say, unless you can guarantee me a Super Bowl, I'm not doing it. And I got a funny feeling Lamar Jackson is going to be the one that's going to be said, nope, we're not going to do it.
Rodney Perry, Lamar Jackson is in the news. He gave the Baltimore Ravens literally until the opening day to get his contract done. They're not done. His mom is the one who's negotiating his contract right now. I'm sure we all know that his mom is acting as his agent. Do you think he's going to get more than Russell Wilson's contract? Do you think he's going to break the record books with what he's doing right now? Because look, right now, Lamar Jackson is waiting for that deal. And he also said if the season starts, he's not doing any negotiations until after the season. What's your thoughts?
You know what, Ben? I think he's going to get everything he deserves. And he will get that big payday. But they might just slap that franchise sticker on him and let him ride out another year. And hopefully he can stay healthy, whatever, if that in fact does happen.
But Rodney, if they
they threaten
him to piss him off too. So you would do that if you're them?
I'm just saying it could happen.
Right.
And so, man, but I've been watching this guy as of late. I had no idea he was as articulate as he is, as has, well spoken. He comes from a great family. I think they know money, and I think they're going to get him what he wants and deserves. I don't know if we've been giving his mom credit enough for doing his first deal, but which is maybe easier to do. But I think he'll walk out with happy.
Okay. T, do you think he's gonna walk out happy? Do you think they're gonna get the deal done before for next Sunday? What's your thought process in this whole Lamar Jackson situation?
Well, they got to Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Well, I think they'll get it done, but I'm like Mike is good. We coming right up on the cusp of those teams saying, okay, enough's enough. You know what I mean? And I don't know why, especially if it's kind of asinine, other than the fact that all the money's not guaranteed. It's kind of a contradiction of what the sport is all about, and everybody knows about the sport. Given the life expectancy and given these extensions, it doesn't add up. You know what I mean? It's almost like we're just throwing numbers around because we know you're not going to get, most of these guys are not going to finish and get all this money. I'm just throwing around. It's going to look good on paper. I just did the extension. Russell, he's number 3 now with the extension. And I think that, like Mike said, it's going to get to a point where people are going to be like, no, just play. Just play, and we'll work that out when it comes time to work it out. All this extension stuff and the life expectancy is shorter. It just doesn't make sense to pile on a 5-year extension over here, a 6-year extension over there. Somebody going to get got. I'll tell you right now.
Greg, what's your take?
When it comes to the QB, because of the rule changes, they're playing into their 40s longer and longer. You get a player like Lamar Jackson he's 25 years old. He arguably has another 15 years to play in the NFL. I think, and I think that players with lesser talent and lesser responsibility got paid fully guaranteed contracts. When you talk about Deshaun Watson, he don't have the accolades that Deshaun Watson has. Aaron Rodgers, who has done extremely well, he can't do what Lamar Jackson does for his team because Lamar Jackson's team doesn't have the weapons that the Green Bay Packers do. Give Lamar Jackson some of those weapons like those other quarterbacks and see what those other quarterbacks what they can do like Lamar Jackson. Like if he had a decent running game, a nice offensive front line, some real top-notch receivers, and then you got to worry about him taking off also. That's a formula for wins all day, every day. This kid deserves his money. You understand what I'm saying? Because last year, with a depleted team, a depleted offensive line, if not for his injury, they would have still made the playoffs. Pay this man because he's arguably, athletically, he's the best quarterback in the NFL. Athletically.
All right. Well, let me say this to you. Let me ask you this question, Business Bully.
Yes,
if
sir.
Deshaun Watson hadn't signed that deal with Cleveland, would Lamar Jackson already be signed?
Most likely. But I will tell you the one thing that what makes him, to me, the smartest quarterback right now in the NFL is he acts as his own agent and his mother is his manager, which means that he's saving more money when he signs anything. Not to mention his patience is really starting to pay off. All he has to do is put up a really decent season this year, and it's a wrap, man. I honestly think that, if he doesn't do better than Russell Wilson, financially speaking, it's going to be a very, very close second, and I'm not mad at that. Sometimes the best thing you can do is what Uncle Rodney does all the time.
Yeah, but you know what, Dave? I'm gonna say this: Baltimore Ravens right now got to be sick because at the end of the day, their whole offense revolves around Lamar Jackson. So, Mike, Sean, if you're Lamar Jackson's folks and everything else right now, I'm gonna ask you the same question: would you have signed if Deshaun Watson hadn't signed that deal, or are you waiting to get the Deshaun Watson deal and try to eclipse that? Like, is that your barometer?
Did Lamar get hurt last year?
Yeah,
I want to ask everybody, did Lamar get hurt last year?
Yes, Michael.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
And now,
90% of his team.
wait, let me finish. Baltimore offered him $200 million. You got hurt last year.
Yes,
Your game is about taking chances.
True.
Why would you not take $200 million when you know you're about to play an entire season taking chances? You're about to give linebackers and safeties a shot at hitting you. But you decided you're going to roll the dice. Patrick Mahomes didn't even roll the dice, and he's better than you.
Uh-oh.
Matt Stafford didn't roll the dice, and he's better than you. Like, the fact that you were sitting here and going to take a chance on rolling out and having set plays that you actually do draw plays where you run and you turn down $200 million. That is the problem of having your mama as your agent. Because your agent would have sat your ass down and said, do you know how many chances you take every game? Every game you take a chance for your career to be ended. This is not a pocket passer. This is somebody who's going to roll the dice every game. And I really want him to be successful. But chances are he's going to get hurt this year. And he's going to devalue his whole brand.
Yeah,
Mark my words.
I can't disagree with any of that. But all right, so before we roll up out of here, I want to say one thing. By the time we turn around and roll back, because it's Labor Day weekend, by the time we tune back in on Tuesday, the New York Knicks might trade Cam Reddish because he's very disgruntled too. So we might be talking about that Tuesday morning. So maybe that's a topic to have a conversation with, and maybe we'll circle back to the Knicks. T, what you doing this weekend? It's Labor Day weekend. Are you guys, as comics, you guys got big plans. So what's going on in the world of talent? Talent, you're muted. You're muted.
Oh, busy weekend. Got a busy weekend. Brooklyn this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. The Brooklyn House of Comedy, Brooklyn Estates, Saturday, Brooklyn Estates, and then Sunday, the Brooklyn Comedy Club. Tonight, I'll be heading down to Camden, New Jersey, South Jersey, right across the bridge from Philly, putting down a show down there for tonight. And then, like I said, Saturday, Brooklyn Estates, Sunday, Brooklyn House of Comedy. We'll make it happen. And then Sunday, I'm really thinking about, brother, like kicking back after like all day long, Sunday and Monday. I might pull a grill out on Monday, Frank. I don't know. I ask my dog.
Oh boy, you be joining me. I'm doing that too. Hey, Rodney Perry, man. I heard a little birdie told me that you was in conversation to join Beverly Hills Cop 4, man. Is that true? Give us the exclusive.
You tell that bird, let me know. Shit.
I can tell by the hat. I can tell by the hat. There's a birdie call.
That would be a good look.
I heard they filming in Atlanta, and I heard they reached out to you, bro. So they ain't reached out to you.
Even if it's a small role, I will be in it if they let me. I'll be an honor and a privilege. This weekend, Denver, Colorado on Saturday, and then on Sunday out to Chicago. Myself, Damon Williams, Michael Collier, Leon Rogers, and goddamn. My bad. Wilborn, George Wilborn.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Scottie Pippen.
hey, Scotty. If we could get Scotty, we'd appreciate him. Although I would rather party with Damon Williams.
Oh, my man. Fig, talk to me. What you got?
Hey, man, this weekend I'm doing the family thing, man. We got a family reunion up in New Bedford, Mass, man. So I'm going to hang out with some family members that I haven't seen in 1,000 years, man. We're going to have a good time, man.
That sounds excellent.
I think Fig got laid off. This is the 4th week. Fig said, I'm just keeping it close to the family, baby. And, we're putting something on the grill. He got laid off. He got a job.
He got a job.
Yeah, man. This weekend, I just launched my social media marketing course, so I'm going to be pushing that. Aside from that, this is the first time since the Bush administration that I'm actually going to Six Flags and be able to fit on a roller coaster. So I'm taking my daughters. We're going to go get on some roller coasters, and yeah, man, I'm excited about that. And then on Sunday, I'm going to be pulling out the grill, and I'm going to be cooking for my family because my stomach can only hold one rib. I'm like Chris Rock, just one rib. So that's what I got going on. All major platforms, The Business Bully. That's where I am.
Hey, Dave, if you want to ruin your whole life existence, get some cotton candy. I dare you, Nick.
I ain't getting no cotton candy.
Mike Rashad, holla at me.
Oh, first of all, Talent, where in Camden you gonna be?
Right. We pull up.
You can pull up. Well, let me find this thing. As a matter of fact, I'll text it to you.
Yeah, text
I'm
it to
gonna
me.
put it in the feed right now.
Yeah.
And
Put in the thing.
because I gotta go. I'm in Boston and I'm in Dallas, but I don't know which dates.
You better not go to Boston.
Don't go to Boston.
Yeah, I heard.
Frank will come out with that vest.
Don't go to Boston.
But I'm pretty sure I'm in Dallas Sunday. But are you gonna be in Camden tonight?
Camden's tonight.
Just tell me where it's gonna be at. Now I'm gonna be there.
Mike, you gotta let me know when you come to Boston. That's for sure.
Yeah, they didn't even tell me where it was gonna be at. So I mean, I got the deposit. So unless they want me to keep the deposit, let me know.
No, you better give it back just in case it's welfare money like Brett Favre.
Ooh, that was me.
No, I'm not.
That was me.
I was not being mean.
It's Labor Day weekend, y'all, so we won't be on back until Tuesday. So you all have a great y'all be safe too, man. All you comics out there, be safe, man. And I hear in the last week I've heard more people started approaching the stage too. So y'all got to really be careful too when you out there just doing comedy. Man, I've heard some things in the last week. I haven't even bothered because it seems like now it's the norm for people to get upset and approach the stage with people who are doing stand-up. So y'all got to figure that out, man.
Listen,
you can approach the stage while I'm on it if you want to.
Come on.
There's something that goes in here.
We get ready to
get on camera.
Hey, we get ready to get up out of here, and we'll be back on Tuesday. It's Labor Day weekend. It's Box Seats. It's the Humor Mill channel. We'll see y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.
Just in case, Fig, do you need bail money?
No.